Powered by the Montana Television Network. This is the 10 o'clock news on Q2, Montana's news leader.
Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Jeanelle Slade.
And I'm Russ Riesinger. Homes on Viewcrest Drive beneath the Billings rims are beginning to crumble.
Neighbors say groundwater seeping out from the drainage ditch that sits above their homes is causing major damage, and no one is taking responsibility. The
Billings Bench Water Association shut off the water flow on Friday to assess the area. Association President Gary Davis says the situation is not surprising there because there have been seepage issues in the area for more than 70 years. But
as neighbors tell Q2 Samantha Sullivan, it's much more than just seepage. It's destroying their homes and their sense of security.
Bowing walls, foundation cracks, a house crumbling.
It's only a matter of time before the whole house comes down.
Dawn's parents live in this house on Viewcrest Drive. They've been here for the last 13 years.
Like, this was supposed to be their forever home. This is where they were supposed to, live forever.
Dawn says it all started last year when they noticed standing water in their yard and the initial signs of foundation issues. When the water was turned on in May of this year, things got worse. Heather Baum rents the house next door.
The ditch was turned on in May, and a few days after it turned on, I could look out my window and see water flowing out from the side hill here.
In Heather's backyard, a PVC pipe burst. Crews set up a pump and cleared the water from her yard. Her landlord added an extra pipe to help move water out.
Yesterday, we calculated that you could fill a 5-gallon bucket in 6 seconds. So it was no small amount of water still flowing out of here prior to anything being done.
Heather says the water didn't stop until Billings Bench Water Association began maintenance on the ditch on Monday. So far, no one's taking blame for the issue. Now, back in 2003, a survey of the area showed it was at high risk for landslide. Yet a developer moved forward and the city approved the permits. Neighbors say no one warned them. In Billings, Samantha Sullivan, MTN News.
And Davis tells Q2 he doesn't believe these homes should have been built in the first place due to the history of the area. But the association did hire an engineer and contractor to assess the ditch and the hillside. And he says they told him the hillside is secure.
Now they'll install a rubber-like coating to the drainage ditch to reduce seepage and plan to turn the water back on by Monday.
On the weather scene tonight, Bob, it's been a busy night for you in the Weather Center. Storms popping up all over the radar.
And big old hail and stuff like that. We're going to talk about that. Good news is now things are starting to die down. Let me show you on the Doppler radar. You can see the big showers that moved through the Billings area earlier on. They've now made their way into the Dakotas, and currently we have the second wave of moisture moving. And you can see it right there, just bringing some light rain showers to the Billings area. But earlier today, it really looked like we were going to see some hail out of that thing. But then, as you'll notice here by 10 o'clock, it just started falling apart and no longer an issue for us anymore. But let me show you some of the things we did find today. Over here by Lodge Grass, they had 1 3/4 inch hail. That's basically golf ball size hail. Fort Smith reported silver dollar size hail, or $half size hail there at 125. And over there at Edgar, they had a 1/4 inch size hail. It's been a busy day there. Also up by Great Falls, had 57-mile-per-hour wind gusts around, some thunderstorms in that area. So it looks like things are going to die down tonight. Tomorrow we get round 2, especially around Great Falls. We'll talk about that coming up in a few more minutes.
All right, thank you, Bob.
A 37-year-old Billings man jailed tonight after police say he stole a car, started up a pursuit, then T-boned another vehicle, causing a 4-car wreck.
All this unfolding just before 5 o'clock tonight on the corner of Broadwater Avenue and 15th Street West. Sergeant Brett Becker says the suspect was driving a stolen black Volvo down Broadwater when an officer flashed his vehicle lights at him near 8th Street West. 7 blocks later, the suspect's vehicle T-boned the white car that you saw there and then clipped the front end of 2 others.
Now, the suspect took off running south but was quickly caught. Becker says a passenger, a dark-skinned woman in her 20s, also fled the scene, but police have not yet found her. Sergeant Becker says the other 3 drivers were treated at the scene.
Billings General and Public Safety Fund's budget for 2020 will be short about $4 million. That leaves the city having to dip into the reserves fund to fund the police and fire departments next year.
And it also means that voters will be asked to decide what's next. Q2's Mitch Laggy standing by now with an update. Mitch.
Russ and Jeanelle, Billings City Administrator Chris Kukulski says that the city will have to dip into reserves to cover 2020, but those reserves won't last forever. Kukulski said that city staff are planning a public safety mill levy in 2020. This after the city council approved the 2020 budget Monday night. The council worked to cut about $2.1 million from the general and public safety funds before approving the budget. This still leaves a $4 million gap that the city will have to pay with money from the reserves. The city has been working under a public safety mill levy passed in 2004. That levy generates $8.2 million per year. But Kukulski says it's not enough to pay for the services being provided to citizens.
And so every year, if our costs go up, and they generally do for a variety of things, if those costs are going up, every year that 8.2 is buying a little less of what it could buy back in '04 when the voters approved it. So that scenario, year in and year out, has had the community every 5 to 10 years need to have this discussion with the citizens and have the citizens determine, yes, we're comfortable, we want to invest more, or no, we're not.
And the specifics on when the levy will be on the ballot and what exactly it will look like still remain to be seen. Russ and Jeanelle?
All right, thank you, Mitch.
Well, across Montana, home and business owners now know how much the state values their properties. New appraisal notices are out, and in many areas, values have gone up.
But that doesn't necessarily mean your property taxes will increase this year by a comparable amount. MTN's Mike Dennison explains.
Every 2 years, the State Revenue Department reappraises your property for tax purposes. And this year, in Montana's major cities and counties, those values often increased. For residential property in these areas, the average countywide increase ranged from about 7% in Yellowstone to a high of 23% in Gallatin County. Ravalli County was the next highest among the most populous counties at 12.3%, followed by Missoula at 12.1%, Flathead 11%, Lewis and Clark at 9.6%, and Cascade and Butte-Silverbow around 9%. The appraised value of businesses also increased on average in these counties, usually by a lesser amount, except in Missoula, where they went up almost 18%. City and county officials will tell you taxes they levy probably won't increase by the same amount. Under state law, local governments can increase their general fund budget by only half the rate of inflation.
So that means if your valuations are going up, then when the local government goes through the tax form, we're probably going to see a lot of mill levy reductions throughout the state of Montana.
Public school budgets, which usually account for at least half your property taxes, also have increases limited under state law. As Burton explained, that means the mills, which are a multiplier applied to your property's taxable value to calculate the actual taxes, should go down to offset increasing values, unless additional mills were approved by you, the voter, for more programs or new school buildings.
But a lot of that statewide is going to be determined by what the voters themselves voted, if they voted for school levies or libraries or any kind of levies that where the voters had a voice.
On the flip side, if property values in your area declined, and they did in a dozen rural counties primarily in eastern Montana, then local mills may be increased to collect the same amount of revenue. And finally, there's the question of whether your new appraised value is accurate.
I always tell people when they get their appraisal in the mail, they should ask themselves the following question: would I sell my house for that amount of money?
If the answer is yes, then the appraisal is accurate and legal. If it's lower, you shouldn't complain. If it's more than you think your property is worth, you can protest to the local revenue department office. And one last thing, if your property's value increased more than the county average, you'll likely be paying higher property taxes this coming year. You can go to our website and see the averages for every county. In Helena, I'm Mike Dennison, MTN News.
And your actual property tax bills don't go out until November.
Well, the water is dangerous and potentially deadly. A reminder from the experts that this time of year, temperatures and currents can get the best of people, even animals. Tonight, MTN's Cody Boyer brings us a closer look at the dangers beneath the surface.
Well, you take a look at this water, even in the more smooth looking spots, and it just doesn't look friendly. Even if you take a look behind me now, take a look at that log here in the Gallatin River near the Irwin Bridge. It's bobbing around like it's made out of something like paper. And however it looks on the surface, that can be a completely different story underneath, with cold temperatures and currents getting the best of people, even animals. Those who push themselves to the limits to save lives say if you fall into waters like these, you could be in serious trouble.
The water here will get you. It is fast, it is powerful, it is full of hazards.
Summer means getting out on the water for many, in kayaks and rafts and canoes. But with rivers like the Gallatin, consider doing something else.
This is the time of year when we see tragedy.
Commander Jason Jarrett and his crew with the Gallatin County Search and Rescue Team are too familiar with tragedy.
It is very unforgiving in this part of the world this time of year. The water desperately needs people to respect it, because if you don't respect the power of the water, the temperature of the water, the hazards that are in the water, from down cottonwood trees to rocks to fence lines, it will get you.
The team has already saved several lives this year. When trouble brews, it brews fast.
You can go around a nice smooth bend in the river and the water's fine and you're dangling your feet, and the next minute you're sucked into a strainer or up against a log and you're flipped and you're trapped underneath.
And hypothermia works even more quickly. The staff of Roundhouse Sports Center in Bozeman say being ready is just half of preventing the worst.
It doesn't take long for them to get out of breath, cramp up, and then that's when things start to happen.
Now, there are things out there like this life preserver that could make all the difference if you find yourself in a tough spot out on a river. Make sure it's well fitted too. That's important. Other items like a throw bag could mean all the difference between life or death.
It makes a good situation go bad real quick when somebody falls in the water and you don't have the means to get them out.
The other half, not going into waters like this at all.
The amount of force a moving river has, if you don't respect that, you don't really need to be on the river.
Jared again is also reminding you that you should call the sheriff's office if you were to lose a boat down a river like this. They insist, out of safety, and they will go and get it for you. In Belgrade, Cody Boyer, MTN News.
Well, coming up on tonight's 10 o'clock news, Special Counsel Robert Mueller back in the spotlight. Find out why.
Plus, later, a drone is making the Flathead a no-fly zone for one pesky resident. We'll check out this tech.
And later in sports, see why this man decided to take the journey of a lifetime and how much he's raised to honor multiple generations of family.
You're watching MTN News with Jeanelle Slade and Russ Riesinger. Storm Tracker weather with Bob McGuire. And sports with Scott Breen. This is the 10 o'clock news on Q2, Montana's news leader.